Welcome to Great Neighborhood Cooks. I'm your host, Rob Kircher. Each week I'm going to be knocking on the doors of amazing cooks who live down the street or around the corner. Who knows, maybe from your own neighborhood. For the most part, they're unsung cooks known mainly to their family and friends. Or they might be cooks from that great little hideaway restaurant that we love to discover. Either way, their relative obscurity is about to change as I bring them into the spotlight. So who will be the next discovered great neighborhood cook? Well, stay tuned to find out. So who will be the next discovered great neighborhood cook? Well, I'm here at fire station number 1 in the city of Naples, and I have Ruth with me, Ruth Manchester, who is the esteemed chef, and I'm going to introduce you to a bunch of guys here. This is John Morrison,
yes,
and we have Trey Adcock, and these two guys are cooks, and they don't cook every day, but they cook occasionally. And they cook for the guys that are on duty, right?
Yes, sir. Yes,
and so sometimes you mix up the cooks, right?
We do.
And you all have favorite recipes, right?
We do.
And what's your favorite recipe? What are you going to be doing today for us?
This is going to be a buffalo chicken quesadilla hybrid. So yeah.
I
So
like that.
it's good.
I like that.
It's good. It's a crowd favorite, we call it here at the fire department.
And Trey, what are you going to be doing, bud?
I'm going to be helping John with rice and beans and wherever else he needs help.
So when you're talking about beans, you're talking about what? Black beans?
Black beans.
Black beans, okay. That sounds good. doesn't it?
Sounds like a great
All right.
combination.
So Ruth and I are just going to kind of be eyeballing you guys as you're
Great.
doing it. And Ruth is going to be asking some very serious questions, so be prepared. And then I think the battalion chief is going to be doing a dessert for us. So I heard that, right?
He is.
And
He has
what's
a great blueberry pie. He does. It's
blueberry
amazing.
pie, okay. All right. So let's get at it. Now this recipe came from where, John?
It's sort of been handed down for,
Yeah.
for people 10 years ago.
Yeah.
That
So it wasn't an old family recipe from your side.
No.
Okay, let's see you start making this thing.
Okay.
Now, I got to tell the audience about how this actually came about in the first place. Chef Ruth was, I think it was in one of the grocery stores, Publix, I think it was. And I know you have a different version of the story. I'm going to tell my version of the story.
Okay, here we go.
My version of the story is that Ruth saw these great-looking guys
Very
in
cute.
uniform, all right? And so she was immediately attracted toward them. And then the conversation talked about food, right?
That's right.
And that got to a point where she said, call me up. This would make a great episode. So that's the real story. That's how it actually happened. So Ruth, you have done a little history on the firehouse, right?
I have actually. Did you know that the town of Naples did not begin with a fire station? It wasn't until 1926 that the town councilman decided that they better put it on the docket to start.
1926?
Yes, to start exploring whether the city of Naples needed a fire department. I guess they didn't think they did because they didn't actually appoint a chief until 1935. And the first chief was Cale Jones. And so they got their first fire truck in June of 1935, and they had 7 volunteer firemen.
So John, what's the next step here?
Well, now that we have everything prepped,
Yeah.
we're going to go ahead and put it in a pan and get this chicken going. A little bit of oil. And after we're done with that, we're going to wrap it in the burrito shells here. We're going to use our cast iron to go ahead and fry it. And then put it in the oven after that.
And we'll call
with,
the fire department.
with a little bit of cheese on top. Very, very healthy, very healthy. And at the same time, we're going to start our beans up.
Okay.
So we got going now. We got the onions, the garlic, and the red pepper.
Oh boy.
Cut up some red pepper in there. Saute that
I
up.
like the aesthetics of it. It's very colorful, right, Ruth?
It is.
And then put a little cumin.
Yep.
Cumin in the beans. Cumin on top of here.
So you're basically eyeballing this. You don't
I
really
am.
do a lot of measuring. You're just going to eyeball it.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope, not too much at all. And we just get this going.
Lemon juice.
Bandit 1, Rescue 1, Medical Emergency, 845 12th Avenue South, The Dock Restaurant, respond on Control West, timeout 1911
See him take
hour.
off too if you follow him.
real life situation. They just got an emergency call, a medical call, so they're responding to it. So they'll be back, but in the meantime, I guess we got to keep going here. So you guys can stay here, right?
We keep going. We can
All right.
we can stay here. The rescue's going to take that, so
Okay.
we can keep going.
Okay.
Pretty exciting.
That's very exciting.
Well, this is actually where
I
really
wondered
happens,
what
so-
happened when that would take place. I wondered what you guys did. So now
Yeah.
we experienced it
Yeah.
firsthand.
But now that the chicken's done,
Yeah.
what we're going to do is we're going to bring the chicken over. We're going to scoop the chicken into our sauce. Now that we're done with the chicken,
Yeah.
Okay.
we bring the beans over too,
Okay.
because the beans are done.
Yep.
Sure, hot there a little
Yep.
bit.
That.
Black beans. Look at that.
Yep, and we finish it up. Yep, just a touch of vinegar.
Now that is the largest bottle of vinegar I've seen. in a
We're
long,
industrial.
long time. That is
And then we do some lemon
no
juice.
fooling
actually.
around there.
And just a little bit of that cilantro, a little pinch or two of cilantro. Basically, this is what we have right now. We're going to go ahead and make
Let's
the
make them
buffalo
up.
chicken.
Let's make them up. Yeah.
So, what we got, we have a little Mexican cheese. I'm going to take a little bit. We're going to dump some in there.
Now, what's the mixture of cheese that you have here, Jan? What is that?
That's just
Okay.
some of the Mexican cheese. So we
Alright.
got it at Publix.
Okay.
So they do
It
I
looks
think
like
it's the
it's got
cheddar and the
cheddar
Colby.
and- yeah,
So
right.
yep, little Monterey.
Yeah.
Just fold it up. That's basically, instead of the flat quesadilla, we're doing this.
Yeah,
Because it's
yeah.
much easier to fry.
Yeah.
And then we put it on a cookie sheet, and we put it in the
And
oven.
easier to handle too when
It's,
you're eating it,
it's
right?
fantastic. It's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah. And then you finish them off with the cheese, right?
Just finish them off with the cheese on top. Lay them out in a nice line. Get that cheese again.
And then that goes back in the oven for how long, Jan?
This goes back in the oven 350 for about 5 to 7 minutes.
5 to 7 minutes.
Just let it, you don't need to brown it anymore.
Yeah. Just want that cheese to melt real nice, right?
Cheese melt perfect.
Oh, man.
Perfect on
Okay.
Okay, so we do it. In the oven we go.
And there it is. Wow, look at that.
That's what it looks like when it comes out.
Wow, fantastic. That is amazing. Beautiful.
Tell us why you like the rice cooker. so
Yeah.
A
much.
little scoop of rice. Oh, makes perfect rice every time. It's beautiful. Love the rice
Didn't
cooker.
you tell me that if you have to run out?
If we got to run, we don't burn our rice.
It shuts off.
Shuts
by
itself off. I put mine on top.
Let Ruth do the honors here. Look at that.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Looking good.
Wow.
Oh,
A
yeah.
little cilantro.
Yes, sir. And then of course,
Make it look pretty.
the beauty of it is you have the sauce left over.
Ooh,
Oh, yeah.
finishing touch.
Ooh.
That's
That
the
is
best.
1, 2, 3.
Yummy.
My God. You may want to think about being a fireman because you get to have this stuff on an ongoing basis. This is
know.
an amazing meal.
It is.
Thank you very much.
It's an amazing meal. All right, and then we have something else coming up, don't we?
We do. We do. We're going to have one of our battalion chiefs actually do a dessert for us.
Yeah,
Which
and
is
I'm
fantastic.
I'm
at
hearing
it.
about that.
So Chief
So-
Picard is fantastic.
So we'll be
Great.
right back, and we're going to have the battalion chief
Great.
do, and I think he's talking about a blueberry pie. So we'll be right back.
Moran Edwards Asset Management Group of Wells Fargo Advisors has 25 professionals dedicated to attentive, personalized service. Our team's credentials cover a wide range of advisory disciplines, and we've been helping families and institutions invest to achieve their financial goals for over 30 years. Call 239-254-2200 or visit moranedwards.com for a complimentary consultation. Moran Edwards, passionate, personable, performance-driven.
I'm here in the famous Kitchen by Ambiance showroom in Bonita Springs, Florida, and I want you to meet my friend. This is Jim Gerard, who's the owner of this amazing design center. I got to tell you something, it's incredible.
Good to see you, Rob. Thanks very much for stopping in.
It's always good to be here, my friend. You know, it always amazes me. Every time I come in here, it's always packed with people who are so anxious to see the latest in kitchen cabinetry design work.
We've been busy, and they've come to the right place. We've got a lot to show them. We've got 6 full-size kitchen displays here to show them. We've got price ranges from beginning level all the way up to full custom cabinetry. A lot of different options.
And that's what I like about what you do, because you really do fulfill folks' dreams, don't you? You bring it to life.
We do, and it all starts with an in-home consultation, and we talk through with them what they like and don't like about their kitchen. And so that kind of experience really shows.
Well, as they say, your reputation speaks for itself. So folks, if you want to have the kitchen of your dreams, and I mean a kitchen of your dreams, I want you to see my friend Jim Gerard. He's the proud owner of this amazing Kitchen by Ambiance Design Center. And I got to tell you something, you can't go wrong.
Thanks again, Rob.
You're welcome. Anytime. At the Roma's Gourmet Market and Restaurant, they do things differently. They do it the authentic way. For example, why is their incredible bread and pastries the best you've ever tasted? Well, it's because they're made artfully and lovingly every day, using only the freshest ingredients possible. The same care and thoughtfulness goes into their freshly brewed, custom blended coffee. The Roma's Gourmet Market and Restaurant at the Promenade in Bonita Springs is the closest place to Little Italy in Southwest Florida. On September 10, 2017, Hurricane Irma unleashed her fury and powerful winds on Southwest Florida, leaving many homeowners in a state of dismay. I was one of them. Days turned into weeks, and that turned into months. Among the maze of promising roof contractors and so-called experts, one company stood out, ACC Mastercraft. And I want you to do me a favor. Folks, contact them. They're on Trade Center Way. They are unbelievable. They do 2 things that I was blown away by. 1, they believe in service, and 2, they believe in helping you. Can you imagine that? It's true. Contact them. It's the best thing you can possibly do for yourself. And when you do, I want you to call me and let me know how you make out, because they're unbelievable. Seriously. Now, this is Battalion Chief Jerry Picard, and you have, what I'm understanding is an amazing recipe for blueberry pie.
I do.
And where did it originate from?
My Mimi, which is my grandmother, so that's French for grandmother. She taught me this before she passed away some years ago.
Well, let's see you put it together.
All right, so
Okay.
I got 4 tablespoons of flour. I got a cup of sugar and some cinnamon and a little bit of salt. Mix it up with some whipping cream. I mean, this is really, really tough. The hardest part is remembering what you got to put in there. So, and it's about 4 cups of blueberries, stemmed and cleaned.
Those are beautiful blueberries. Boy.
Yeah, right straight from Publix.
Wow. So right in season from someplace in the world, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it just looks just kind of a creamy,
Yeah.
kind of a creamy look there. And then I take a frozen pie shell. Yeah, I really wasn't one to show you how I cheated, but
That's okay.
yeah, I don't. Here in the station, we don't have a lot of time to make pie crust, so
Yeah.
it just goes into a frozen one. I'm going to put this in the oven at 400 degrees, and
You
after
put
about
anything on top of that? at this
I
point?
do, but I cook it for 20 minutes with nothing on it, and then at 25 minutes to go, we do an apple crumb topping, which I've already
okay.
made. It's up here.
Oh, there you go. Okay,
Great.
look at
And
that.
What's
so
in that?
that's just brown sugar, flour, and butter.
Yep, and you just cut it together?
Yep, yep. And then so, but if you put it on too early, it gets almost too caramelized.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
all right.
Man, does that smell good?
It does, and look at how beautiful
Holy
that crumb
moly.
topping is
You're right.
that he put on.
Gorgeous.
And there you go. Mimi's special blueberry pie.
One, two, three. Let's go. Wow. That is
I'm in love.
amazing.
It's a very simple
Amazing.
recipe.
Amazing.
And it is Pretty tasty.
Where can you explore the ice of the Arctic, become an engineer and test your designs, or create a masterpiece from your imagination? The Children's Museum of Naples, that's where. Come on is a brain-building powerhouse, fueled by STEAM-based activities and experiences for children of all ages. Join us today as you play, learn, and dream together with your family. The Children's Museum on Livingston Road in Naples.
I'm here with Francis J. Cuomo. He's the owner of DeRoma's Gourmet Market. And Francis, every time I come in here, it's just bustling with activity. I love it.
Thank God. That's why we're here. We're here to feed people.
How many people do you get on a daily basis?
Well, it depends. You know, certain times of the year, like now, we average around 3,000 people a day on a Saturday and Friday. Sundays we close a little early at 6, and we average around 1,500 to 1,800 people a day on a Saturday. So it's it just keeps growing.
And people
the restaurant yesterday, about 1,100 people.
Really?
In the restaurant
Wonderful.
alone.
Wonderful.
That's not including that.
Well, you
So
know,
we're very
you've got
blessed.
that magic going for here.
Yeah.
You know, you really do. It's the sight, the sound, the aroma, everything that
Yes.
you're so well known for.
I give God the credit. He gave me the energy and the foresight.
So, folks, if you really want to have a gourmet experience, you want to come to DeRoma's Gourmet Market in Bonita Springs and this Little Italy right here in
Southwest Florida,
Southwest Florida.
our own creation.
I've been suffering from hearing loss as long as I can remember. It used to be I couldn't hear people in crowded rooms. Now I can't hear people in any situation anywhere. That's severe. Finally, I decided to do something about it, and I went to Beltone 5-Star Hearing.
I've been in this industry since 1972, and helping Rob was a wonderful thing. I wear the same hearing aids, and I'm excited about how much they far none. You get service, and there's 1,600 facilities in the country, and there's a Beltone nearest you. All you have to do is pick up the phone and call your local Beltone dealer for service. And that's what hearing aids are all about. They need service after you purchase them.
Just come see us. It's free just to have an evaluation.
These hearing aids that I just love them. I absolutely love them. At DeRoma's Gourmet Market and Restaurant, they do things differently. They do it the authentic way. For example, why is their fresh homemade mozzarella the best you've ever tasted? Well, take a look at this. Well, it's because it's made slowly and lovingly, the way it's been produced for generations. It's the same with their incredible custom blended DeRoma wines. They go hand in hand. The art is in the pairing, like everything else thoughtfully prepared at DeRoma's Gourmet Market and Restaurant. It's Little Italy at the Promenade in Bonita Springs. We're back from the break, and now we're in fire station number 2, and my co-host Ruth Manchester. And Christian, you are a lieutenant, right?
Yes.
But you're also an amazing cook, correct?
I've been told.
And what are you going to be doing for us today?
We're going to make a butternut squash noodle lasagna.
So the first thing you're going to be doing, I see you've got some meat here. What is
I got some grass-fed beef.
Okay.
Make it a little bit healthier, and I got some sausage. So
Okay.
pound of each. I like to make the sauce really meaty.
All right. So you're going to blend that together and then put that in the frying pan?
Yeah, we're going to cook them separately. I'm going to
Oh,
put
you're
some
gonna cook them
spices in it.
separately? Okay, cool.
I'm going to throw a little oil on. Olive oil, yeah. Well, Italian dish, you know, typically you got the olive oil, and you know, you get a little bit of flavor from olive oil too. I found if you get it right to the edge of smoking. So while this is cooking, we can let it go, and I might start setting up my vegetables to saute. So what I like to do first, start off while we're cutting all the vegetables, is cut this in half, and I'm going to sweat it down in the pan and season the olive oil. Give it another layer of flavor.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we're just going to make a nice diagonal cut here. I'm going to throw that in the pan with some olive oil while we cut.
Now you keep the seeds in it, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So I got a couple yellow onions. We'll start. We want to dice them up nice and uniform because it's about texture too as much as it is flavor with lasagna.
Good technique, right?
I know, it's very good.
Very good technique.
Impressed.
Yeah. Okay. And Ruth is checking on your meat.
Okay, great.
I'm sous chefing.
Yeah, you're sous chefing.
Going to go ahead and cut up our red pepper. One medium-sized pepper. I had a little bit left over, so I'm just going to throw it in there. Yeah.
Now, Christian, you have a little trick when you do your garlic, right?
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Well, you can either smash it if you have a couple cloves, but if you're doing quite a few, if you just throw them in a small pot or as you said, maybe a mason jar.
Something like that, yeah.
Throw them in here, give them a good shake. Tends to loosen up a little bit.
We could dance to this, Rob.
You could dance to that. You know, I'm such a great dancer. It's amazing.
Is that right?
No, it's not right.
Generally, I do it a little bit harder, but let's see what we got here.
Yeah, they do. They do come out, don't they? Yeah. Yeah. So like you said, it's all about flavors and it's all about layers, right?
Sure. Yeah, this is a kind of the second step. The meat would be the first. So once we get this all sauteed up, we'll start mixing that meat in.
Ruth is already busy working on the meat here.
I'm going to go ahead and throw these in.
Sure.
So like I said before, I like to season as I go. So with this, I'm going to season a little bit again, just like we did with the ground beef. So I'm going to let the garlic hang out on top for a little bit.
Okay.
Okay.
And do some salt again.
Measures by eye, don't they?
I think so.
Always.
All right. Okay. So we're going to drain this. Okay, all those little bits of flavor are going to go really well with the cooking wine that we have. So we're going to bring this back over. Keep it over high heat. And
okay.
Just a little cooking wine. Get that nice and hot.
Oh, sure.
A nice way to clean the pan, too.
It is, yeah.
Nobody has to scrub.
Nobody has to scrub.
So we'll let that alcohol all get out of there.
Yeah.
This one's looking very close too. You can see all those little bits of brown
nice
flavor.
Caramelized pieces there.
That
really
tastes amazing, Chris.
Yeah, really gives you some good flavors there. So we'll go ahead and put that in the sink as well.
Yep.
All right, and this one has lots of flavor sticking to it. So we're gonna get some good flavor out of that. Oh, and a little flambe.
Yeah, that's always
The
good.
beauty shot.
Yeah. We've got 12 ounces of tomato paste. I'm going to just go ahead and get that in here. And some of the cans too, if you just cut the bottom out as well, all you have to do is just
shove
push
it through,
you
yeah.
know.
Waste not, want none, right, Chris?
Yep.
Get it all out.
Got it all in there. We can go ahead and shut these off. I'm going to go ahead and put our juices in little brown bits in here.
Ooh.
You see we get a pretty clean pan. This was the ground beef.
Yeah.
Yep.
You see all that, that's good stuff there.
And the pot washer's really happy.
Yeah.
Boss is very happy. Delighted.
And we'll get our sausage here.
I can tell already this is going to be amazing.
All right.
Good bolognese is worth its weight in gold.
I don't think there's anything better. I love bolognese sauce.
So we have a nice base of flavor here.
Yep.
If you want to see, this is just really where it gets you in the back. Mix that in.
Put that in.
All right.
Here, I can help you. Thank you.
Great, thank you.
I understand lasagna is always better the second day, but
Always.
I doubt if it's ever enough left over.
No, there's never any left
Never
over
any,
here.
I don't
right?
think so. And we have a table of about, I don't know, 10 guys over there.
Yep.
So I'm gonna season this again, maybe with some Italian.
There we go, yeah.
Like I said, I go with
you
easy
taste
with.
it at any point?
I will. I want to hold off on salt for now.
Okay.
Because that's one of those ones that you can really mess up if you put too much in.
So Christian, I love the way you cut up the squash here. It's really beautiful.
Thank you.
It's amazing. So now you're going to assemble it, right?
Yes.
Okay, what's the first thing you're going to
We have some sauce that goes down. We're going to put some butternut squash on.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to layer it with a little bit of ricotta and mozzarella, which are already made up. That's
Okay.
16 ounces of ricotta, 1 egg, about a cup of mozzarella, and some of the locatelli parmesan. This is really great stuff. I don't put any salt in because there is a lot of salt content
Plenty of salt
in that.
Sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
so-
Well, let's see how you do it. Go ahead.
All right. Usually put a couple ladles. And then we use this pan as well because if we use, say, a glass pan, it'll sit and soak and it might make it to the next shift before it gets washed.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll just throw these out. Makes it a lot easier.
So just a thin layer, right?
Yep. I'm going to cover every little spot.
Beautiful.
Oh, it does. Looks fabulous. And it smells amazing. Love it.
Okay, and then we're just going to layer these. We don't have to overlap.
I know Ruth is dying to help you here a little bit.
Sure.
Wait to get my hands in
She
here.
loves to get her hands in it.
Now we just want to layer it with a little bit of the ricotta mixture.
Yeah.
You know, I've heard some people say they like bechamel.
So you just dab it,
Yeah.
right?
I like the ricotta and mozzarella myself.
Again, it's layers, layers, layers,
Layers,
and
yeah.
flavor, right?
Yep. You just want to cover it up. So about a handful. We just want to cover everything with a thin layer again.
Beautiful.
Cheesier the better, I say.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, and then I'm going to put a little sauce over that.
Okay.
Okay.
This is our next layer. So rinse, repeat, keep doing it. Every once in a while I might throw some Parmesan in there, or if you
Yeah.
have some fresh basil, even
Yeah.
some spinach.
So you'll serve a dish of this on the side that they can
Yes,
add,
yeah,
absolutely.
add to it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just like salt.
idea.
You can,
Yep.
you don't want to put too much in because you can't take it out. So you don't want to smother your lasagna. And then we'll just cover a nice layer of
More
mozzarella.
Yeah.
You can go really liberal on this.
And you're going to add a little pecorino to this?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
The coup de cas, right?
Yes.
And we'll have a lot of this on the side as well with some red pepper, cracked red pepper.
Oh, yeah.
I love red pepper.
Oh, yeah.
And that's it. We're going to
Put
put
And
that
in the
in.
oven we go, huh?
Yep.
All right.
350,
Okay.
about 30 minutes or so.
Okay, cool. Look at this, huh, Ruth?
Oh,
Wow.
gosh, that's beautiful. Don't
Look
drop
at
it.
that.
Nope.
Oh,
that
it
would be a
looks heavy.
shame.
I'll get that oven door.
Well, the corner pieces are the best.
Oh, good job. Look at that. Wow.
Very professional.
Yes, very professional. So, Christian, this is the moment of truth. We're going to check this out, and if she likes it, we're good, okay?
All right.
So let's everybody dive in, take a little piece.
Come on now, if you
hop
don't
in there.
try it, I'm not eating
All right.
it.
1, 2, 3.
Really good.
I love it.
The noodles
Good
are
job.
cooked just right. The cheese is beautiful and creamy.
Folks, you want to go to my website, which is www.greatneighborhoodcooks.com, to learn more about Fire Station number 1, Fire Station 2. You can be able to see some of the backstory photographs that we took.
That's right.
And also, we'd like you to go and review us. So,
That's right. These boys deserve a fabulous review.
absolutely. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.